The first episode of Dandadan just dropped this past I think Thursday. And what'd you think? What was your thoughts?
Again, I only knew bare bones of what Dandadan was because um Nikos will just say something very like vague and be like, okay, and I'll just agree to watching it. But on
He
my
likes
own
anime, I
like
swear.
yeah on my own like little research, I was like, okay, like this is I was excited about it because there isn't really like in my experience, there isn't been like too many horror-esque anime, which is also why I was very excited for Uzumaki. 'Cause I love that story. I love Junji Ito. Um, so I was already very excited to have like be able to watch something that was in the horror occult realm. And then when we started watching it, the opening so good. I didn't know that the what were they, Crazy Nuts, what's the
Yeah,
group
Crazy
name?
Nuts.
Yeah,
Creepy
I
Nuts.
didn't
No,
know
Creepy
that.
Nuts. Creepy Nuts.
Creepy Nuts. I didn't know that they were going to be doing the opening. I'm like, they're the same people that did the Mashley song, right?
Yeah, Mashal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. um Oh, sorry. I did. I said it wrong. But
No, no,
they,
yeah.
they like they were capitalizing on that shit. They're like, "Yep, we gave you the best like closing of all time. We're gonna give you the best opening of all time."
Oh,
Um,
quick side note. I want to ask you, what do you think Mashal is a mixture of? Like, what does Mashal mean? Like, it's two words put together. What do you think it is?
well, it's like magic, right? So
Yeah.
magic.
You get 5 seconds. Five, four,
You can't do that
three,
to me.
two,
Shul,
one. No, no,
and
you're done.
shul.
Yeah, you got it. It's magic and muscles put together. It's Mashal.
You know what? I think you did tell me that one time
Yeah.
before.
Okay, continue
But
your dan.
yeah, the opening is really good. I really like the opening sequence as well. I really like how they played with colors, and I was really hoping that that would kind of be like continued into the show itself. But it is a darker show, so I get it. But I really liked how colorful and bright the opener was, and I thought the like character designs were also really interesting. I think oh, what's the what's a cult coon's name? Do you remember?
Oh, Ken Takayama or something. Ken
Ken
Takayura.
Takakami or whatever.
Yeah.
Um I really like his design. Like when you see him kind of like just walking around, he looks like that basic like little nerd with like the big round glasses. He reminds me a lot of the kid in Sailor Moon, who I'm also blanking on right now. But I really like the character design. They have like a Gyaru, which is also super fun. I don't know if you know what that is. But it's like a almost like Harajuku girls. Like it's like a Japanese style fashion. That you don't really see like a lot of. So I was really like, oh, it's fun to see like different types of fashion other than seeing people in like typical school attire, you know? Um,
Yeah.
loved seeing presidents as anime characters. That was really
Yeah.
really funny. In my notes, I have Bill Clinton is an anime character. I also have some of my like quotes that just like stuck with me. One being explicit warning. I'll let you suck my tits, boy, if you let me gobble your dong. Super fun to hear for me. And also, please give me your banana were big highlights for me.
Yeah, my notes go for the show. Creepy Nuts intro is sick. Equal rights, equal fights. In the first minute of
Yeah.
this show is just this dude beating up on Momo. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? Then we got Alien versus the Occult. Crazy intro. I thought
Crazy.
that I thought that was, yeah, most of my notes are like, whoa, crazy. Um, this I really like the occult and the alien things because they kind of are. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you never really think of it like that, where it's like how similar slash like different they are. Because it's like so many people will just like say are so quick to saying no that none of that exists, right?
Yeah.
But then the same people that are in both those realms will, if you like cross over, they'll be like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you say that there's ghosts? How dare you say there's aliens?" And it's so funny that I could totally see the person who made this having a conversation with somebody and just being like, "You don't fuck with the war." Like,
Yeah, like this thing is just based completely on first person like experience.
yeah, it's crazy. Then I have equal rights, equal fights part two because you see Oka. I think his name's Oka Brood. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep calling him
No,
Occult
he's
Occult Coon.
otaku. Oh yeah, occult coon,
Oh,
not otaku
yeah, I'm gonna
coon.
call him Occult Coon. But yeah, you see him and Momo fight. I think that's hilarious. Uh, how did you feel about the animation?
I thought it was so like it was so fun to watch, especially when they were like on the spaceship and everything, and like how like the characters just like take up the entire space. I thought it was very fluid. It was really fun to watch. Um, like and then like I said before, like all the colors and like the way they played with light was really really visually pleasing for me. I love art in anime, so that was so nice. I love when they play with colors like that. So I thought it was really really cool.
Yeah, I really like the anime. I have in my notes. I'm like, this animation's kind of like throwbacky in a way. Uh,
I liked it.
yeah, I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's really cool. I thought that it kind of felt Samurai Jackie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thought that at least the intro kind of did. I also have only watched the new seasons of anime or of Samurai Jack recently, so like that's why it kind of reminded me of it a bit. But yeah, I really liked how this looked. This was like it's in the same vein of like how I thought that Zom 100's animation looked really cool. Like it just I love
Rest
that
in
show. Never
peace, Zom
rest in
100.
never gonna get a season two.
Never
Boo.
gonna get a season
Never
two.
never gonna happen. RIP. And it's not even their fault. But yeah,
I loved you, Zom 100.
yeah, we'll do an episode of Zom 100. That show was amazing. But yeah, the animation was pretty cool. Also in my notes I have this shit got super horny right away. Uh, like I could not believe how horned up this show was, how ready it was to go.
It
Like
was just
it was
so
hot to go.
sudden. Not hot to
Like
go.
it was hot to go. It was ready immediate. And it was so random too, because it was like
Grandma.
they're yeah, the grandma was like, let me get up inside of you and suck. Like I was like,
Sorry.
whoa.
I have the exact quote. I'll let you. I'll let you
Yeah,
suck
do
my
it.
tits.
I was
No,
like,
that's it.
what?
That's it.
I was like, what? Um, yeah, this that was crazy. Then her getting her like clothes ripped off. I was like, where's this going? Where's this going? And then he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna.
also was fucking crazy.
I was like, oh my god. How do you feel about like when shows get like that, like in Assassination Classroom and in this show? Like how does it? Because we're watching Game of Thrones too, and Game
Mm.
of Thrones is like, it's a completely different medium, but it's also
It's very
like,
explicit. Mm-hmm.
yeah, like how do you feel about that in animation?
I think like I don't mind like seeing those things. It doesn't like necessarily bother me. I think it only really bothers me when a lot of the times it's unnecessary nudity or like unnecessary lewdness, or it's targeted towards a certain audience, if that like makes sense, that becomes very uncomfortable. um or like if they're showing when they're being explicit or like um overtly sexual with minors or women that appear to be minors,
Yeah.
that's when it becomes extremely uncomfortable. But like there's a way to do like tasteful nudity or like inserting like um an explicit scene, which sometimes I feel like, since you referenced Game of Thrones, like sometimes I feel Game of Thrones does pretty well, but there is still a lot of like jarring or mindless sex that happens in Game of Thrones
Yeah.
that also is kind of in the same realm of how some anime makes me feel. Um and I guess like it kind of was the same for me in Dandadan, where I was like, okay, like of course we're gonna like rip her clothes off. It's an anime, which so like I didn't really like necessarily, you know, but it was tied to the plot, I guess. I guess.
Yeah. You know, I kind of I don't to be to be completely crystal clear. I do not like seeing minors get like either made out with by adults or get like oogled by adults or anything like that. So, you know, like in the first episode having like it's funny, it's hilarious, right? Why don't we just make them in college? Why don't we just put them in college? You know, why does it need to be like a 15-year-old girl? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't need to do that.
And
um
it is also like a cultural thing too, but still it poses the question.
yeah, I mean, obviously half your favorite mangekos are gonna be found to be guilty of having like child pornography at one point. So who knows? And if you don't believe me, and this is the first time you're ever hearing something like that, look it up. Look it up. People who write manga, bunch of terabytes of terrible things that they get arrested for. Japan, wild place. um, but and they get away with things like this. That's why you don't really see a lot of in any say like in any of the things that Netflix is making. You
Mm-hmm.
won't see any of that because it's made by Western audiences, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's not to say that like I think that you can't have those things in them. I just think that they shouldn't be like 15-year-old like girls. I don't think they
Yeah.
should be
Mm-hmm.
like little girls. But besides like all and you know what, and it's kind of funny too, like thinking about it like this, because you'll have people who are like, you know, oh, I hate Jiraiya. I hate Jiraiya in Naruto because he's so horny, he's such a pervy dude. But like let's be honest. He only is doing this for like older girls. He's going to people who are
It's
at
very
like
true.
you know like bathhouses. He's Tsunade's his like same age basically. Is he a horn dog? Yeah, yeah. Does it? But is he doing it for younger women? No. Have you ever seen him say anything about Sakura, Hinata, Ino, any of them? Nope. You know what? Not that bad of a guy. Is he a horny guy? He's a horny guy. But is he a terrible dude? No, not a bad guy. Not a bad guy. So anyway, I don't think that it should be with kids, but I did find it extremely hilarious. I thought that it was extremely funny in the show. I thought that they did a really funny thing with it 'cause I was like, "Oh my God, is this gonna happen? Are these aliens? Why are they all dressed up looking like Hitler?" That was I'm like, "Oh my God, is the Hitler aliens gonna get her uvula? Like, what's gonna happen?"
Or banana?
I'm like, "What's gonna happen?" It was insane. Yeah, so I thought that was really funny. Yeah, I don't know why I write my notes terribly like this. What a crazy turn of events. Don't remember what I was referencing. Don't remember at all what
Or
I
were
was
you
referencing.
talking about, I think you might have been because if we were going down the like in chronological like of when stuff happened, you might have been talking about how she like got those like powers to like stop his curse or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. She used her cursed energy to stop them. She
Somebody
became
called Gojo
yeah,
immediately.
yeah, she needs to be recruited. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. I know the grandma is a main character, so we're gonna meet her soon.
Oh, she is a
Um,
main character? Oh, that is
yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah, and she's hot. So we get to see that. Look, you're gonna say the same thing next week. Watch, mark our word. I'm gonna record this part right now, and then zoom it back to next week. You're gonna be like,
Oh no, she's
she's
hot.
hot. Yeah, yeah, that's how you're gonna be. So don't even give me that look. I really like the cute love story thing that they had at
I
the
was
end
just
there.
about to ask you about that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cute. Where she was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "It's Ken." And then it just explosion in the background. And he's like, my heart feels a certain way. Oh, you are my Deku.
No, stop.
My only Deku.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, in my notes, right, like following that, I want them to kiss immediately and anime couple of the year
No,
2024.
animated couple of this year is Freerin and whatever
You're
his
so
name
right.
is.
Oh, Himmel,
And Himmel
Frieren and
the
Himmel.
hero. Yeah, yeah, that's anime
Oh,
couple of the year. The anime couple of the year that never was. That's my anime couple. We should do that. Mark that down somewhere. Anime couple of the year.
write
That's
that
that's
down.
a
Write
good one.
that down. How many
No, no.
SpongeBob references am I going to fit?
Yeah. But yeah, this show was a crazy wild 25 minutes, however long it was. I'm excited to see I know a little bit about the show. Like I've read a synopsis and I've seen like a bunch of YouTubers talk about it prior, and they were really excited for it. So this show is like going to be all over the place. There's going to be crazy, like there'll be a overarching like love story, but for the most part, it's going to be like on today's episode, we find out where sheeps actually go when they get sucked up into space. So, like that's going to be your episode, whatever two. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the next one. This first episode was like I'm only gonna do letter grades here. I've gotten in trouble by doing number grades before, so I'm gonna do letter grades. I think the first episode was like an A minus.
Hmm, I think I would agree with that. I think I would agree with that.
If not for the I know that they're in high school and then being like overtly horny. Uh, the only knock on the show I have for
Yeah,
it.
that's also why I would give it a couple points off.
But so that's all we got for Dandadan. What do you guys think of Dandadan? Let us know in the comments below.